Hey, what's up Tube? Wellington here and welcome to another sound battle where we let speakers speak for themselves. In the battlefield today we have, well, I feel like we should call this the gang battle because we have a gang of Sony speakers going up against a gang of JBL speakers. On Sony's side we have the GTK XB60 ganged up with the 41, the 31 and the 21, and then on JBL side we have the Boombox ganged up with the Xtreme2, the Charge 3 and the Flip 4. And I also wanted to mention that with the GTK speakers, well, Sony speakers, all speakers will have extra bass on, and on JBL side all the speakers will be playing, well, they don't have any modes, so except for the Boombox. So on the Boombox, the first couple songs also I will have it playing in indoor mode, and then for the rest of the songs we will be going into the outdoor mode. I also have quite a few sound sample, a little bit more than normal, just because I want to give you guys as many sound samples, like different songs, to help you kind of understand. I don't know, I just thought it would be better that way. So, but feel free to skip through if you want to. I'll be putting up what I guess a skip guide during the sound sample, just so you know where to skip to if you want to do that. Otherwise, I think we can go ahead with this video. I'll be using a high quality binaural microphone, so for the best experience, please use headphones. With that said, let's hear the speakers speak.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down. You and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to
Alright, so what do you guys think? I think both setups are not terrible. And if you're looking just for the loudest setup of the two, it still won't be any easier. Because according to my dB meter, I got about 100.5 on Sony setup, and I got a read of 100.3 on JBL setup. So basically the loudness difference is not also that big, so they're about the same. That's how I read it. And the dB meter was 5 feet away from the speakers during the measuring. Going into sound quality, I do like the highs on JBL's setup better. Sony's speakers are a little bit weak when it comes to the highs. They don't really even have that much texture to them, so I do prefer what is coming out of the JBL speakers as far as highs. But on the other hand, the mids on the Sonys are better than those on JBL. I mean, JBL setup has improved if you compare it to last year when we did this comparison, but they're still not as good or as pronounced as they are on Sony. I'm talking about the mid-range. So there's a little bit of an improvement, but still Sony is leading the mids. They come out more pronounced than they do on JBL's setup. And lastly, the bass performance. Thanks to the Boombox, JBL is leading this department comfortably. Sony is lagging behind in the bass performance. It doesn't matter if you have the extra bass on the Sonys or off, and it doesn't matter if the Boombox is in indoor mode or outdoor mode. The JBL will still perform better than Sony's setup, hands down. Last time I also talked about the synchronization of music between the different speakers, and Sony was lagging behind pretty good in that department. I think we also had a few songs that refused to sync up, and it was not very good, but I'm happy to report that when I was doing this setup, Sony actually performed really good, like spot on like JBL. Both sides synced the music pretty seamlessly. You couldn't tell if there are more than one speakers playing on both sides. So kudos to Sony for stepping that game up, because last year when we did this test, their speakers were not quite spot on. You could hear a little bit of lag between the different speakers. So they did a good job here. I did not have any problems with that. As you can hopefully tell, it sounds like one speaker, both with the Sony setup and JBL's setup. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is pairing of speakers. Sony's wireless party chain is still a pain in the butt to connect. It took me close to 15 minutes just to get all those 4 speakers to play in sync, mainly because they could not connect with each other. I would connect 2 of them and the 3 would not connect. I mean, the others would not join the party. And then I went to the app, I tried to use that. I actually downloaded the menu instead of reading. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I was doing everything right, it just wasn't working. Like they could not connect to each other. And I was able to get them to connect after about 15 minutes. It's a pain in the butt. Now compare that to JBL speakers, where all you have to do, turn them on literally, and then just press the connect plus button on all the speakers. Tap, 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 tap. What? And they're working together. I think Sony needs to figure out a way of just making that work seamlessly. Like it's way of a hassle when you're trying to connect Sony speakers to play together. It might be easier when you're just doing 2 speakers with Sony, but if there are more than 2 speakers, it's a pain in the butt. I went into my app and disconnected all the others from Bluetooth so they wouldn't be trying to connect, because it's even worse in that way. But they were still fighting each other and they were not connecting at all. With JBL, tap 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 tap, blah, and it goes. So I'm really thankful. I think JBL is onto something with their JBL Connect Plus, and Sony needs to catch up in that department. And this goes without saying, but if I were to choose between the two setups, JBL would be my go-to, and I would prefer JBL's setup over Sony's setup, mainly because better highs, they have better bass performance. I love bass, and just a easy way to connect. They connect so easily compared to Sony. I wouldn't want to do Sony's setup again, like if it was gonna be that frustrating like it was when I was working on this video. So yes, what do you guys think about, you know, the two setups? I'd like to hear that in the comment section below. I will also leave links to all the speakers in the description section below. If you're interested in looking or checking out one, please use those links. It doesn't seem like much, but it really does help the channel out a lot. And every once in a while I get someone who asks me what gear I use in my production here in the studio. I looked around and I put a few things that I can remember, at least what I can see in here. I made a page on Amazon where I have all that stuff added there, so I'll put a link to that too if you want to go and see, and hopefully maybe something you like that I used, you can get it. I don't know, but yeah, I made that page too. I'll put a link to it in the description section below, so you can go check it out, browse through. Feel free to do that. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for always coming back to the channel and, you know, making this an awesome community here where we can all come together and listen to music and all that. So I really do appreciate it though. Thank you very much for being my cool, awesome subscribers. I love you guys. Yeah, if you're new, you haven't subscribed yet, please do that and join this awesome community. Yes, I think that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, like the video. If you didn't like it, feel free to leave a dislike. And, you know, I just want to get some sort of feedback from you because you watched the video. What do you think after watching it? Most especially if you watched all the way to here when I'm just rambling and don't have much to say. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.